Do you sometimes feel stuck? This is the Healing Pendulum with your host, Kim DeBoer. Working with the emotion code, Kim is here to assist you. The Healing Pendulum aims to support people to open their hearts through emotional transformations in order to bring more happiness and joy into their lives. So now, please welcome the host of the Healing Pendulum, Kim DeBoer.
Welcome to the Healing Pendulum Show. I am your host, Kim DeBoer, and I'm coming to you live from TuneIn Radio and BBM Global Network. I am so grateful and excited to be here with you, and thanks for joining me. I'm going to start off, as I'm going to with every show, with a quote. And the quote that I have chosen today is, "Happiness often sneaks through a door you didn't know you left open." And that is a quote by Jerry Barrymore. I just thought it was an appropriate quote for today. And so we're going to have a great show today. We're going to be talking about stress and anxiety and how it affects our health. And we're also going to be talking about something called the heart wall. I will be explaining what that is and how it affects the body in so many ways, and also how we can release it from our bodies. So that's an exciting topic. And did you know that 93% of the population actually has a heart wall? So chances are that that you yourself probably has one. But we'll talk more about that later. Now, for those of you who are here for the first time, I am Kim DeBoer. I'm the founder of the Healing Pendulum, and I'm located in Vancouver, Canada. I am a health coach, health consultant, and an author in the #1 best-selling book, Healthy Living: The Secrets of Natural Health and Wellness. My specialty, I do specialize in the emotion code and the body code, which are energy healing modalities. And I've been working with the body code for about 5 years now, and just feel very blessed to have been introduced to this work, and even more blessed and grateful to be able to share it with you. A little bit more on the body code. It was developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson, so both the emotion code and the body code. And he is a holistic chiropractor. And these modalities, they are based on the sciences of ancient Chinese medicine, kinesiology, which is muscle testing, magnetic therapy, and quantum physics, which is everything is energy. And he teaches that true health simply means being balanced in 6 different ways. And that's actually the basis of my show. So I'm going to be working on those 6 different imbalances, and then, what they entail. So basically peeling the onion, as we say. And also the purpose of this show is to bring more awareness to the world and to you about how we can take control of our own health. So we can take control of our mental health, our emotional health, physical and spiritual health. We just need to make some simple changes in our lives and understand how our body works. And, by doing that, we can improve our health immensely and prevent serious diseases and illnesses. I've just seen it so many times in my practice that if one area of the body is out of balance, that it really does affect the rest of our body. So you can be eating well, but not exercising. You can be exercising, but not eating well. And, it's a whole, your body is on a holistic level. We have to eat well. We need to sleep well. We need to exercise, and we need to drink lots of water just to keep it all in balance. So I just want to be very clear that I'm not a doctor, and I don't claim to cure anything. However, I have seen so many amazing improvements in people's health and their lives from experiencing natural health practices, without the use of drugs and surgery. Now, I'm also not saying that surgery and drugs don't have their place. However, I do believe that drugs and surgery are vastly overused these days, and that it's not a solution to solving our health issues. But we have been trained. We have been trained to believe that if we get sick, then we need to get a prescription. So we go to our doctor, we get a prescription. And the truth is that the prescription, it's only treating the symptoms, not the causes. And we need to find the underlying cause of the symptoms, and then we can treat it accordingly without drugs. So your body is always talking to you. It's letting you know there are imbalances, and we just need to listen. We just need to listen to our bodies. We need to listen to the early warning signs that our body is giving us. And that will help us prevent potential disease and illness down the road. Disease does not happen overnight. It takes years to develop into a serious illness. So it could be, a trapped emotion of anxiety, that occurred when you were 6. And, 20 years down the road, you're going to have stomach issues and some other serious illnesses from that trapped emotion, because they just sit in your body and they cause imbalances in our cells. And just to say that a lot of us think that headaches are normal because everybody gets them, or stomach issues are normal because everybody gets them. You've got acid reflux, you take an antacid, but the problem is that's just masking the underlying cause. It's just treating the symptom. And so, I mean, these things are not normal. The body is telling you that there are other issues and that these other issues need to be addressed. So basically, having said that, basically what I consider myself is essentially is a health detective. So through the body code, I can search for and detect the hidden imbalances or the underlying causes of the symptoms you are experiencing, and help solve the mystery of, number one, it's like, why is it happening? Number two is when it occurred, when this imbalance actually occurred in your life, and what caused it. And also where it's located in the body, like, where is this imbalance in the body? And the best part is, it's how do we fix it? Like, what do we need to do to resolve this issue? And one of the things that I'm finding in my practice is that anxiety is by far the most common trapped emotion that I'm finding. It's like failure and anxiety, but anxiety is just so huge. And there's the stress that we're under these days in our busy lives is just so vast, and it really is causing issues in our bodies. And so I'm going to be talking a bit about stress in the next segment of the show, and how it affects the body, and how it impairs our brain function. It causes addictions, and yeah. So, and I'm going to give you some tools as well to help you with these issues. So, anyways, we're going to be going to a break right now. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. And we're going to talk about how stress is the ultimate energy and well-being killer. So,
Essential Nutrients LLC is the brainchild of entrepreneur Barbara Burns. Inspired by a desire to help others, Barbara worked with a team of scientists to develop unique nutritional liquid supplements with the goal to improve the quality of your life. Glucosamine, zinc, and calcium are essential to well-being, and this is the focus of Essential Nutrients LLC. Whether you're a professional athlete, weekend warrior, student, business owner, or homemaker, Essential Nutrients offers products for everyone, including the family pet. And they're easy to take, no pills. Health requires commitment, exercise, a good diet, proper supplementation, and action. So take action today and get your supply of essential liquid nutrients by visiting www.essential-liquids.com. Don't put off your health any longer. Take essential products today and start to measure the difference.
Unleash the obstacles that bind you with certified professional coach Joanne Charette, a master practitioner in energy leadership. Joanne can help you break through personal and professional barriers and guide you to a higher level of empowerment and fulfillment. Passionate and dedicated, Joanne engages with her clients on a mutual journey. Her dynamic energy will motivate you to move forward as you partner on a venture to greater results. Isn't it time to make a breakthrough and commit to live the life you deserve? Invest in yourself and let Joanne Charette be the catalyst to the realization of your dreams by making them a reality. Based in Quebec, Canada, Joanne is also a space coach, using social media and Skype to work with anyone, anywhere around the world. Contact Joanne Charette today at 819-360-3266 or email her at actionrealization@live.ca. 819-360-3266. Now is your time.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Healing Pendulum. I am your host, Kim DeBoer, coming to you live from BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. So this segment of the show, we're going to be talking more about stress and anxiety. And did you know that stress slows the production of new brain cells? It reduces the serotonin and dopamine in our body, which is critical to our moods. It fires up your amygdala, so the critter brain or the lizard brain, as we call it. And also, it's while decreasing your hippocampus. So it basically is making you a frazzled person with decreased memory. And that's not a pleasant thing to have happen. So I think that all of us are under just so much stress in this fast-paced world that we live in. And the question is like, how can we deal with it? The stress probably isn't going to go away, but it's how we deal with the stress that is going to really help our health. So the more stress that we're under, the more vulnerable we are to infections, also to toxic buildup in our bodies, to parasites, allergies, nutritional deficiencies, structural misalignments, trapped emotions, and even energetic imbalances. It's like flying a plane in a thunderstorm, which will create turbulence in our body, and it's like ending in the tailspin. And as Dr. Brad says, it's like a graveyard spiral. And people don't even know that it's happening. Like you may be experiencing low energy or chronic pain right now. And did you know that these symptoms are often the signs of the tailspin, signs that you're going into a tailspin? You may have gone to the doctor because you're feeling really tired all the time. And, he diagnosed this as, perhaps chronic fatigue syndrome. Well, that makes a lot of sense, right? And but the question is, what's causing it? Like, what can you do about it without the use of drugs? And, because the drugs just cause other side effects, and that adds to the tailspin, or what we'd say the graveyard spiral. So, the same goes with chronic pain. And did you know that fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome They're the two most diagnosed ailments today, for which medicine really does not have an explanation for. They really don't know what causes it. But sometimes the number one sign of imbalance is a diagnosis of major disease such as cancer and diabetes. So we really need to stop this graveyard spiral, as it will eventually end in death. Like it's estimated that 85% of the population is in this downward spiral at any given time. And so, I'm here to share the knowledge and information that I have learned over the years to help stop this downward spiral. And we need to take control of our own health, and we need to take some responsibility for our well-being. We're in the driver's seat, and we do have a choice. So we just need to choose to make some changes. Now, there are several natural healing methods and modalities out there to choose from. So, give them a try and find out which of them works best for you, what resonates with you, and just be open to the possibilities of actually healing your body and reversing disease. The body code, that's what it's about. It's about reversing your symptoms. Disease is nothing but a collection of symptoms that are from imbalances in the body. And it really is that simple. So, just by being more mindful of what we're putting in our bodies and being more mindful, about how we move our bodies. Movement is very important to our health. And also, we need to be more mindful actually about what we're thinking. Are we thinking positively? Are we thinking negatively? This will also make a huge difference in our overall well-being. Like I always, tell my clients that, when they're having difficulty with something, and especially with food intolerances is where this comes up. Because they're going, I can't eat this and I can't eat that and I can't do this and I can't do that. And basically what I coach them in is to focus on what we can have, not what we can't have. And it just totally changes the mindset. We don't want to go into deprivation. So the more you say can't, the more stress actually it puts on your body. So we just, we can change that language about, saying can, like what can we have instead of what can't we have. And so I'd like to give 5 simple strategies to help you train your body to turn off the stress response and switch on the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation. And like all the body normal functioning, which, it gets compromised when you are stressed. So the first one is breath. And this is the first way to connect with our parasympathetic nervous system. And so deep breathing, belly breathing is a really great solution. And relax. Another important way to lower your anxiety levels is to learn to relax. Another one is meditate. Studies have shown that experienced meditators produce more of the neurotransmitters GABA than non-meditators. So that's a really great way. 20 minutes a day is great. And just to change, like I said, to change your negative thinking, being fearful and worried and anxious, it causes stress on your body, stress on your organs. And another way is to, seek professional help if that does not work for you. So, yeah. So hopefully those tips helped you, and we're going to break, and hopefully you'll join me in the next segment, which is going to be on the heart wall. So I'll talk more about the heart wall. See you in the next segment.
Animal lover, author, artist, and public speaker, Patricia Daly-Lipe is a Renaissance woman in her own right. A lover of animals from a young age, Patricia lives on a farm in Virginia and has rescued neglected thoroughbred horses, keeping them or finding them safe havens. She is also a published author, and her books document real-life experiences that she shares in her passionate stories, taking the reader around the world in a colorful kaleidoscope of life. An accomplished artist, Patricia Daly-Lipe's oil paintings feature animals, portraits, stills, nature, and abstract, and she allows the brush to paint the image in an organic, natural way. A public speaker, Patricia is motivated to continually wonder about life and advocates for all of us to do the same and document our own unique history. To learn more about Patricia Daly-Lipe, visit www.literarylady.com and www.patricialipe.com or email her at pdlipe@gmail.com.
Hello, I'm Steve Fagan, and I'm president and CEO of Fagan Associates, but I'm also a life coach. I'm here to help you reach your dreams, goals, and objectives. As a life coach, it's my job to be your support, to be your teammate, to help you understand what is your dream, what is your life passion, and then together we work as that team to help you reach your specific goals. Life is worth living the best you can be. Working with a life coach, you're fulfilling those dreams and goals is your passion, and it's your way of living. Let me help you do that today. Let me help you really reach the best that you can be as a person and live the life you should be living. I'm Steve Fagan. I'm a life coach, and I'm here for you.
Contact Steve Fagan at FaganandAssociatesInc.com or call 1-800-239-2701.
And I'll be glad to help you move forward to live the life of success. Reach your dreams, your goals, your objectives. We can do it together.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. This is a Healing Pendulum. I am your host, Kim DeBoer, and coming to you live from TuneIn Radio and BBM Global Network. So this segment, we're going to be talking about the heart wall. And as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show, that 93% of the population has a heart wall. And so I'm going to be talking more about that, about what it is and how we build it and all of that. And also, I just like to take a moment here to say that, feel free to call in anytime if you have any questions or to share. So maybe some of you have had experiences with the heart wall or the release of the heart wall. And so if you'd like to call in and just share your experience, that would be great. And the number to call is 866-451-1451. Would love to hear from you. Okay, so the heart wall. So a heart wall is a wall that is around your heart. That makes sense, right? But it's made up of negative emotions. And these negative emotions are picked up during your lifetime. And the heart wall affects communication between the heart and the rest of the body. It also affects the thymus gland, which sits right on top of the heart, which is part of your immune system. So what it can result is that it will cause repeated infections and difficulty healing in general. So if you're one of those people that really gets a lot of infections in your body and you just don't really know why, it could be from the heart wall. And Dr. Brad believes actually that the heart wall also implicated in heart disease. So heart attacks, blood pressure problems, chest pain, and also respiratory issues. So again, if you have been suffering from any of these symptoms and can't figure out why they're happening, this could be your answer. And so, we talked a bit about the subconscious in my first show, so hopefully you listened to that. And now we're going to talk about how one of its many jobs is to keep your heart safe. So, it knows everything in the universe is energy, and it also understands that the power of a protective wall. So essentially what happens is the subconscious builds the wall around your heart, and it's initially to keep it safe and to prevent it from actually being broken. Now, this wall is made up of negative trapped emotions that, they must be released one at a time to break down that wall. And we use the emotion code or the body code to assist in this process, because you need to identify the emotion. You need to identify when it occurred in your life, and then it needs to be released. And a lot of the emotions that we find in the heart wall are actually inherited. So inherited from, your mom, your dad, or it could, again, go back generations and generations that just kept getting passed down at conception. So, that's all fine. But the fun part is, and it's not necessary, but we like to find the material or the substance that this wall is made of. And it doesn't, it doesn't have to be, it's usually a substance that is something that's dear to you. For instance, like mine was made out of gold, and I happen to love gold. So, that's a really fun part of the heart wall. And then also how thick it is. So what we do is we find out how thick it is as well. So Dr. Nelson, he describes it as living in a bomb shelter. If it is there when you need it, but it is, but if you have it for too long, then you'll miss out on the joys of life. So also what the heart wall blocks you from, it's giving and receiving love freely. It'll create depression. You'll have a sense of isolation. You may be feeling a little numbness and anxiety. Well, we just talked a bit about anxiety, and the heart wall will also cause anxiety. And another one is self-sabotage. So, you think you're doing all the right things, but for some reason, things just keep happening, no matter what you do. So, and it actually blocks your creative abilities. So in turn, blocks your success. It also makes physical healing more difficult because we heal from our heart. So when we have that heaviness and that wall in our heart, it doesn't allow the messages to get through to our tissues. So scientists have found that the heart has a magnetic field around it that reaches about 12 feet in diameter. So when we feel love for another person, we literally send out magnetic energy to that person. And so when you have a heart wall, this energy becomes distorted and, twisted or warped. So even though you may have the best intentions of sending out these messages, you are actually, the messages that you are emitting become less pure. So when we experience these deep emotions, such as perhaps grief or hurt or loss, resulting in heartbreak, which is on our subconscious builds up an energetic wall around our heart to protect it from these negative emotions. So trapped emotions, range themselves layer upon layer upon layer, resembling an onion, and it's to protect the heart from actually being broken, as I had said earlier. So, do you ever feel isolated or perhaps uncomfortable in a group setting, or just feel numb or disconnected? Do you feel that there's a weight on your heart that you just can't get a grasp on? And that will be the heart wall. So the heart wall also can create severe depression. People who are suicidal from depression change greatly from having the heart wall removed in just a matter of days. So again, if you would like to call in and ask me a question about the heart wall, and perhaps actually I could test you to see whether you have one or not. So stay tuned. Would love to hear from you in the next segment. And stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Jenny Friend is a licensed marriage and family therapist and a certified clinical sexologist, commonly known as a sex therapist, with over 30 years of experience in the field of sexuality. She's been a researcher and teacher and is further trained in human development over the lifespan. She's also a published author and a radio personality. Her specialized training in lifespan developments means she can help individuals, couples, and families through difficult developmental phases. Her primary ways of working are through the tools of cognitive, behavioral, and psychoenergetics theories and techniques. Couples, individual men and women, and families are also welcome. She can meet in her office in Costa Mesa, California, or on the internet through Skype at Jenny Friend MFT. Call 714-210-9200. You can also send an email from her website at www.centerforclarity.org. That phone number again is 714-210-9200.
Are you looking for employment and live in Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties? Jobs Annex is the place for you. Are you an employer looking to fill a position or quite a few positions in Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties? Jobs Annex is for you. Employers, JobsAnnex.com is your resource for career-minded people. JobsAnnex.com is the convenient place for job seekers and employers to hook up and move forward. Jobs Annex has been serving Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties for over 14 years. Jobs Annex is a former employment search firm. We've evaluated many thousands of resumes, and we understand what employers want and what job applicants need to be successful in their interviews. At Jobs Annex, we provide you with the tools to tell your story for free. Our resources at JobsAnnex.com will help each applicant construct an award-winning resume, an eye-catching cover letter, and key interview questions to ask in various types of interviews. Best of all, it's free. JobsAnnex.com. That's JobsAnnex.com.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Healing Pendulum. I am your host, Kim DeBoer, coming to you live from TuneIn Radio and BBM Global Network. So the last segment, we were talking about the heart wall, and we're going to continue with that. And again, if you'd like to call in and ask me a question, or perhaps I could do some testing with you and see whether you have a heart wall or not. So I think we have a caller on the line now. Hello?
Hi there, James. How are you? Hello, how are you?
Hi. Hi, James.
Yeah, I wanted to just talk a little bit. I visited with you before, and you've done some work with me, and you did work on my heart wall, and luckily it wasn't very big, so you got rid of that, and I've noticed a marked improvement in how I relate with people, which has been great. But the other thing I wanted to talk to is when you talked about food and health and, exercise and nutrition, that when I worked with you, you taught me about what types of food to eat and what your body likes and what your body's trying to tell you. Because when I came to you, I had reflux for like 2 years, and I was trying everything and the antacids and everything, and didn't work. But then when you helped me realize that I should stop eating corn and more of a paleo diet, within like 2 weeks, the reflux was gone, and I've never really got it back again. So I just wanted to phone you and thank you for all the work you did with me.
Awesome. That is so great. Thanks for calling in and sharing that with us. Very grateful for that.
More than welcome.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so thank you, James. That was great. So we're going to just talk a little bit more about the heart wall. Excuse me. So as I was saying, that the heart wall can create severe depression, and like so many, and people who are suicidal from depression, they change greatly from having the heart wall removed. And sometimes it's just in a matter of days. It's just releasing all of these trapped emotions that are causing, their depression. And it just really, really helps them greatly. Now, also, the heart wall, it can create abundance blocks. So all your best creativity and your best potential is all found in your heart. So your heart must be open to achieve everything that you want to achieve. And scientists have now discovered that the heart actually is another brain. So they've also discovered that there's a gut brain. So now we have a heart brain, and we have a gut brain, and we have a head brain. So we actually have 3 brains. So the physical effects of having a heart wall are neck and shoulder pain, upper back pain, and lowered immunity. And so again, it's going to make you sick. So it's really important that we need to release this heart wall. And again, if you would like to call in, and I can let you know whether you have one, I can do some testing with you and see whether you have a heart wall, how thick it is, and what it's made out of. That would be great. So call in, I'm here. So, yeah. And another thing about the heart wall is the heart wall needs to be released for your body to heal, basically. I have a couple other programs that I work with. One is an abundance program, and the other one is a relationship program. And that, we work with limiting beliefs and core beliefs that have been pre-programmed, basically, from our childhood. And before I can do any of that work with people, the heart wall must be released, because it just opens up everything. And so it's very, very important that we work with it and release it. There are actually times when we need the heart wall. I had one of my clients come in to see me, and, it came up that she had a heart wall, but when I went to release it, I couldn't. The subconscious just said no. And then I found out that she was actually in a relationship that wasn't very good. And her body was telling me that she actually needed that heart wall to protect her heart from being broken. And so we just left it at that. And the subconscious would not give me those emotions to release. And the subconscious, it's there to keep you safe. Its job is to keep you safe. So it will not allow, with any modalities or any work, it will not allow, these emotions or whatever to be released if it's not ready and it's not safe. So, it's just there to keep you safe. And so, also, I was talking about sort of what the material is made from, and it symbolizes, like I said, mine was made out of gold, but I also had another client whose heart wall was made out of feathers, so not very dense, but it was thick. So we released that. I had another client whose heart wall was, I think it was like 96 miles thick, and it was made out of titanium. So, you can see that, nothing's getting through there. So she was having a hard time in her relationships and in her work, and, suffered from depression and, neck and shoulder pain and lowered immunity, just as we were, talking about earlier. So again, very, very important that we release this heart wall. So also, so if you would care to call in and see whether you have a heart wall, that would be great. And we can release the bomb shelter that we're living in. So anyway, in the next segment, please call in, and then we can do some work. And so we're going to break now, and stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next segment.
For over 50 years, Evelyn Stapula has been a loving advocate for people with disabilities throughout the state of Pennsylvania. President and founder of Big Heart Bridges, her organization actively campaigns for legislation and support of civil liberties that meet the needs of disabled individuals with housing, transportation, and employment. Ms. Stapula has joined forces with a variety of esteemed organizations that advocate for the disabled. She serves on the board of the United Cerebral Palsy of Pittsburgh and the Governor's Cabinet and Advisory Committee for People with Disabilities, and she is a consultant for the Pennsylvania Governor's Conference for Women. Her many efforts have led to the implementation of a transportation program for the disabled with the Access Paratransit System of Allegheny County. Evelyn Stapula strives daily to serve the interests of the disabled, to protect their freedoms, and enable them to live normal public lifestyles. To learn more, please call 412-491-2605 or email Evelyn at ers92645@verizon.net.
Attorney Renee Marie Smith is changing the way we sell real estate. She wrote a series of books called My Short Sale Guru Guides for all real estate practitioners. Whether you're a homeowner wanting to understand the process, an agent who has been handling short sales for years, or an industry analyst wanting to know how short sales impact your business, Renee uses her vast real estate experience to take a comprehensive look at the recent market phenomenon while relaying it in an easy-to-understand format. Through her company, Smith Title Services, Renee has counseled thousands of short sale participants and processed in excess of 1,000 short sales. Her knowledge is transformational for real estate professionals and laymen alike, and her live presentations provide people the opportunity to ask specific questions about their issues. Buy her books and schedule her to speak at your next event. Visit www.smithtitleservices.com or call 305-705-3428 or email her at renee@smithtitleservices.com. Isn't it time to sell your property today? Learn the My Short Sale Guru way.
Welcome back to the Healing Pendulum. I am Kim DeBoer, and we're coming to you live from BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. So welcome back. So we are on the subject of the heart wall, and I believe that I have a couple callers.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi, Kim. Hi.
Diane? Is that you?
Yeah, this is Diane.
Hi, Di. Can you tell us where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Bristol, BC.
Awesome. Hi.
I just wanted to tell you that you've worked on me several times, and there have been so many issues that I don't think we even got to the heart wall. And,
we may not have. I can't remember. Yeah.
And it was all to do with a divorce years and years ago. And everything that you tested on me related way back to like 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Which was amazing to me, and it really made me think about a lot of the things that had gone on in my life since then, and some of the results on the health issues and so on and so forth. But and it really does, when you finally know, then you can do something about it. So I just want to thank you for all those times that you have helped me, and just to change the thought process and to really maybe recognize that there are other reasons for the issues you have.
Mm-hmm. So true.
It seriously has helped me a lot.
Awesome. So would you like me to test and see if you have a heart wall? I can't remember whether we released it or not. So Okay. So
I don't think we ever did get there.
Okay. Okay, so let's test. So with your permission, I'm just going to connect with you. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so can I be proxy for Diane? And I'm getting a yes. Okay. And do you have a heart wall? And I am getting a big yes. So you do have a heart wall. And so let's just find out how thick it is. Yeah, does this heart wall, does it measure in inches? Does it measure in feet? Does it measure in miles? So it's in miles. And is it more than 10 miles? No. Is it more than 5? Yes. Is it 6, 7, 8? It's 9 miles thick. And so we're going to now find out what it's made out of. So what substance, what material? And is it made out of something that's harder than wood? Yes. And is it made out of a certain metal? And that is a yes. Usually go, is it gold? And it is silver. So do you resonate with silver? Do you like silver?
Not particular.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it is made of silver.
Okay.
So you've got a 9 mile thick heart wall that is made of silver.
Interesting.
So it is, isn't it?
So what do I do with this?
Well, the way that we release, it actually takes 3 half-hour sessions to release the heart wall. So whether it's 3 feet thick or in your case 9 miles thick, but it could be 96 miles thick. And for some reason, it takes 3 sessions to release the heart wall. Okay. So we should start working on that with you.
Okay. I will be in contact with you then.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. Thank you so much,
we'll
Kim.
talk about it more. Yeah. Thanks for calling in. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Bye. Hey.
Kim? Hi, Kim.
Yes. Hi,
so
Patricia.
my question is, if you've released the heart wall, can it come back?
And the answer is yes. Yes.
Okay.
It can come back.
How do you help yourself so that it doesn't come back, or you just keep releasing it?
Yeah, it takes years for it to come back. I mean, it can come back in small doses, but it's about keeping your body healthy, healthy emotions, not holding and hanging on to things. But there's, it depends what's going on in your life as well, because it takes years for this heart wall to build up. And when you release it once, then it may be only maybe a couple emotions or something like that might sneak in. And what I encourage my clients to do actually is to come back and, have a session once a month or once every 2 months or 3 months, whatever, and just check and see, do I have a heart wall? Is there another one building up? And then I just release a couple emotions and then it's gone again. So, but yes, it will come back depending on what's going on in your life. Yeah.
So there's been lots going on in my life. So do you want to check to see if I still have a heart wall or if it's come back?
I definitely will. Okay, so can I be proxy for Elizabeth Patricia? And that is a yes. And do you have a heart wall? No. Another thing that I'm going to ask, though, because sometimes the subconscious will hold on to emotions, and we call that the hidden heart wall. Mm-hmm. So let's see if there's something hiding there. And nope. Do you have a hidden heart wall? No. Do you have a heart wall? No. So you're still heart wall free. Awesome.
I'm heart wall free. Yay.
Yeah. That's great.
Well, good. Thanks for checking.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Excellent. Thank you both, Diane and Elizabeth. And so, yeah, I mean, that's how easy it is to find out whether you have a heart wall or not. So I'm still taking callers if anybody else would like to call in, and we can find out if you have a heart wall or not. So, okay, so we're going to break, and hopefully you'll stick around. And so we will talk to you in a couple minutes after the break. Stay tuned.
America is out of control. Today's capitalism and the approach to money is in fact the symptom of a more widespread pattern of excessive behavior. In his book, The Culture of Excess, How America Lost Self-Control and Why We Need to Redefine Success, clinical psychologist Dr. Jay Slosar portrays an America where excess fuels the drive to succeed. Dr. Slosar examines the cultural factors that lead to excess, ranging from obesity to fraud to pervasive budget deficits. His book examines the powerful economic and social factors and their impact on our psychological well-being. Dr. Slosar explores the psychological impact of increasing narcissism, perfectionism, self-destruction, and our identity confusion. He offers recommendations for helping Generation Me become Generation We. Those who resist Slosar's message will want to avoid his discussion of regulation and his recent message that at this point, democracy must be more important than today's capitalism. Get his book now online or by visiting thecultureofexcess.com.
Do you battle with weight loss? There is a solution. Founder of Weight No More Consulting, Deborah Simons, can help you lose weight safely and effectively through weight loss surgery. I know. I had the surgery 2 years ago, and I am 135 pounds lighter and medication-free. This full-service weight loss center caters to your every need as you navigate to a healthy weight following surgery. Servicing all of Canada, Weight No More Consulting takes pride in its compassionate care and guides you through each step before and after surgery. Starting with informational meetings, Weight No More Consulting educates each potential client before they decide to have surgery on the health risks of obesity and the various weight loss surgeries available. After surgery, Weight No More Consulting provides a solid support system with ongoing meetings to ensure continued success. Deborah Simons and Weight No More Consulting are committed to promoting your health and wellness through maintaining a healthy weight for life.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Healing Pendulum. I am your host, Kim DeBoer, and coming to you live from BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. So that was great. The last segment had a few callers, tested to see whether they had a heart wall, and one did and one didn't. So that's great because we had already released it from her. So I'd just like to talk a little bit about the side effects of releasing the heart wall, and that you'll find that things will come to you much easier. Your relationships will become better. You will not be blocked from achieving success, and you will be much happier in life. You'll feel like a weight has been lifted from your shoulders, and it will relieve that neck and shoulder pain. And it'll open your heart to improve your healing process, your progress, and also to feel more love. The heart is an amazing organ, and it is very important that we keep it open and clear, and that so we can live a much happier and healthier life. I'd really like to take this opportunity to tell you a few things. I've got a contest, not a contest, but I've got an opportunity for you to win a free session with me. And you can go to my website, which is www.thehealingpendulum.com, and you can sign up for my monthly newsletter, where I'll be providing you with lots of great health information. And I promise not to bombard you with emails. And you will then be entered into a monthly draw for a free session. And the lucky winner will be announced on the last Monday of each month. So also you can go and just ask me a question if you don't want to sign up for the newsletter. So I hope you've enjoyed the show and that you have learned more about how the body works. And next week, we're going to be talking about trauma, mental, physical, and emotional trauma, and how it affects our bodies and our health. And so I really want to thank you for joining me. I am Kim DeBoer, the Healing Pendulum, helping you on your journey to better health and more happiness. And I'd like to leave you with a quote as we are all here for some reason. Stop being a prisoner of your past and become the architect of your future. And that is by Robin Sharma. And I just love the quotes, his quotes. So I will see you next week at the same time, at the same place. And again, this is Kim DeBoer from the Healing Pendulum, and coming to you live on BBM Global Network and Tune In Radio. Thank you very much for joining me. And I hope, that you've learned more about your body and about stress. And also, I'd like to mention that if you would like to go to my website and ask me a question or something that I would like to send you some tools that you can use for decreasing your stress and anxiety in your life. I'd love to share that with you. So again, thank you very, very much for joining me. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and hopefully see you next Monday at the same time. Bye for now.
You've been listening to The Healing Pendulum with Kim DeBoer. If something has happened in your past that's caused you to hold on unconsciously to negative emotions, then this is the place for you. Each week on The Healing Pendulum with Kim DeBoer.
You've been listening to the BBM Global Network. The ideas, views, and opinions of this broadcast are those of the participants of the program and are not necessarily the ideas, views, and opinions of the BBM Global Network Company.